As a teenager, volunteering and contributing to your community is encouraged and in some cases required for schools, college applications, and becoming a well-rounded individual. It is prominent in many different groups like clubs such as Key Club, nonprofits such as NCL, and organizations like the SPCA.
NCL is a national charity league for mothers and daughters to join to impact their community and help make change. I definitely believe there's a strong incentive for kids to volunteer and be part of these organizations, maybe not out of the kindness of their heart, but more out of, I want to put this on my application, I want to tick that box. And I think that's a driving factor for most of the kids here. And although they are seeing that impact and helping their community, they're also doing it for another reason.
It looks great on college applications, which is obviously kind of stigmatized a bit, because it's oh, well, they're just doing it for the college applications. And to be honest, it's a very undiverse community. It's basically just a bunch of white girls who are trying to make their college applications look good. I can't say that I didn't do it for that reason, but I also did it to help and to volunteer because it feels good to give back. But obviously I was also considering the college application part because it's important to have that you give back to your community and that you're someone who is a generous person, and a really clear way to see that is through philanthropy.
Our general age, I would say that the most popular age of our youth volunteers is probably about 17 years old. I'm a lot older than many of the students nowadays. When I was in high school and looking at applying to different colleges, we didn't have to have any sort of volunteer experience with our applications. I mean, our applications were dependent upon our ACT or SAT scores, and we had to write an essay, and of course what our grades were as well. I think that nowadays there's just a lot more pressure on youth for applying for anything, sometimes even just a high school, and especially colleges as well, that colleges are looking at what they presume is going to be a very well-rounded person. And of course I think volunteering, and certainly volunteering at an animal shelter, is something that helps someone who's young develop into a more well-rounded person. But I do think that unfortunately there is a lot of pressure and just not sometimes just the time just to enjoy being a young person.
I've been volunteering for about 2 years. For our school, it's required to volunteer in order to pass, but it's certainly stressful in order to try and find volunteering opportunities. I have noticed quite a few other teenagers, specifically parent and child, and then I enjoy it partly because I like animals and specifically dogs, so it's pretty fun to be able to volunteer and help them out.
Reporting for Scott Center News, this is Sydney O'Donnell.